Hello, David. How are you?
Content.
Yeah, we found a
Nice and
new
quiet.
a new walking path and a new spot that has water, my favorite element. And we actually we discussed last night cuz we were watching cuz we do watch prepper shows.
Yeah, without revealing who it
Yeah.
is.
It's nothing bad,
Yeah,
but
it's
it
nothing bad.
no.
He put up a question and we wanted to expand on his answer. And the question was basically how, when rather do you stop? When do you stop prepping? And from his perspective, you stop when you can't do it anymore. When, I guess, when you don't have the funds or the resources, or the stores are empty, there's nothing more that you can gather. And I don't think that's quite right.
Yeah, it sparked a conversation. We started talking about it. And and from his point of view, I understand what he was saying,
Yeah.
but the way I look at it, because I think prepping is more than stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of times, and we've watched a lot of prepper channels, and some of them concentrate on certain things, which is nothing wrong with that because
Yeah.
there's a lot to prepping.
Weapons or food stocks or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. And prepping is all of that. It is hoarding food, hoarding weapons, guns, ammo, knives, stuff like that. It is making sure your home is fortified, but it's also skills and knowledge, making sure your body is in good health.
Yeah. Something I've said a lot of times on the channel, don't be a prepper who just owns stuff.
Hmm.
A lot of people in that community, that's what it is for them. They just own a lot of stuff. And they may have a lot of equipment they don't even know how to actually use. They may have firearms they've never handled. They may have food they've never tasted. They don't have the skills. They're not physically fit. I mean, I can understand if you're infirm or you're really elderly or something like that, and it gets complicated. But there's a limit to that excuse also. I've seen people that are quite elderly that are in great shape. I've seen people that are missing limbs that are in great shape.
Yeah.
What's our excuse?
I know, because I think about that when I see people with no arms or no legs, or one arm, one leg, and they can swim. And I got two arms and two legs, and I can't swim.
Yeah, and I'm working on that,
Yeah,
as you
he
should.
is.
Yeah.
He is. He is working on that. So, but that is also a part of prepping because
Mm-hmm.
you never know. I mean, like right now, we're at this river.
Yeah.
And what if we had to get to the other side and this river is 8 feet deep? I would have to swim across that and I couldn't.
Yeah, or if she was out here by herself and she slipped in there,
Yeah,
and I'm not here to go and get her. You know, it's important, and just using ourselves as a real life example
yeah,
of that sort of thing. It's more of a mindset than it is about what you have. Somebody who's really good, somebody who's a really good prepper, should be able to figure it out with no supplies. You
yeah.
should find a way. You'd be able to find a way. Think MacGyver.
God, yeah.
Think MacGyver. I know he's a fictional character, but the concept fits of what it is that we're talking about. To be a true survivalist, which is what they used to call it.
Yeah. Now it's
They
called prepping.
Now it's called prepping, and prepping has a bad name. And you got to be careful also with the terminology hoarder,
Yeah.
because that's they like to connect that to something negative. They've always done that. I brought up before, I think in one of our other discussions, I've seen advertising propaganda in like the World War II era, where they're getting on people for hoarding sugar and hoarding flour and things like that. And something that anybody would do if they had the opportunity under the circumstances, but everybody's going to point a finger during an emergency. Everybody's going to blame someone. Everybody's going to take advantage if they can.
Mhm.
Most of the people that complain are people that can't do it or didn't think of it.
And also, prepping is an attitude. If you hold a negative attitude, everything is doom and gloom, and you don't believe you can do anything,
Yeah.
you're not going to. And you might not be a prepper in the sense of you collect things and you store things, but you could survive if you have the attitude, oh, I'm going to get through this.
Yeah.
But you can be a prepper and have a pantry of food for 5 years. But if you don't believe you can make it to the end of the month, you won't.
Yeah.
So your attitude and we said mindset already, but your attitude, you got to have an attitude of I can
I
and I
can.
will.
Yep.
And you have to want to. Okay, something happened, your husband and your kids died and you're the only one. Are
So
you
you
going to
just give
say,
up?
yeah, are
Well,
you going to
nothing left.
just give up? Or are you going to say, well, I'm going to keep going so, I can help others or, their life won't be in vain, whatever you want to tell yourself,
Yeah.
But it is an attitude also. It
And
is an attitude.
and the health aspect of it plays into it a lot for me because I see a lot of these guys and they don't look like they can really take care of themselves. And I, again, not trying to point any fingers or anything. I think the euphemism for it is meal team six. They're in meal team six uh, because they're unhealthy.
They smoke cigarettes
Yeah,
and drink beer.
yeah, or a lot of beer. I mean, there's nothing wrong if you drink a beer every once in a while, but are you going through a case a night?
And you on a live stream drinking
Yeah,
and you drink 3 during the live stream.
yeah, and smoke a whole pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
But that your health, I think, plays a great deal into it, and it's an important aspect of it because if you're physically fit or as fit as you can be, you're as healthy as you can be, and there's a lot more to health than just diet and exercise. There's your hygiene, including oral hygiene, which is very important. You'd be surprised how sick you can get if your mouth isn't clean.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Your eye health.
Yeah, your environment. You can't help what's outside of your house, but in your home, is it clean? How's the air quality? How's the water? What kind of food are you eating? Is it all processed? If you're overall physically healthy, you can get a lot more done. God, even out here,
You're not going to escape the
like 50
airplanes.
miles deep into the American back wilderness and still hear freaking aircraft.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
It's a part of life now.
I remember being a kid, growing up in Boston, and being able to look up at the sky at night and couldn't even count the stars. Try doing that now.
You can't even find one. All you counting is airplanes.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And they tell you, oh, look up you'll be able to see Venus and Mars tonight. And you're looking up and all you're seeing is aircraft.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Incredible. But yeah, I mean, it's a way of life. It's a way of life, and don't think in terms of being a prepper. Think in terms of being a survivalist. I think go with that old school terminology. Am I going? Not am I going to survive, but I will survive. I will survive. I will carry on.
Like the song says,
Yeah.
I will survive.
That's right. I will move forward. I will do my best. Failure is not an option. There is no try, do or do not. Who knows where that's from?
I don't.
Somebody's going to get that one. There is no try, do or do not. Because, like she said, if you think you're going to fail, you will.
And if you got that attitude, don't join a group or attach yourself to someone else because you might push that attitude off on them. And then now you're going to steal their hope and their desire and will to live and contaminate them.
Failure is contagious.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Failure is contagious. That's why it's an old cliche, but you get the one person who starts panicking and someone comes along and smacks them. It's like, shut up. Yeah. You need to shut up if that's the case. But again, don't be the prepper that just owns stuff. I know we talked about that. I've talked about it plenty of times on this channel. But but that just sparked a debate between us, and we just wanted to share it. You can't. When do you stop prepping? When you're dead,
Yeah.
basically. You keep finding a way, even if it's just training, even if it's your workout is part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Your diet is part of it. Everything you do is part of it, so that you will be ready if and when the time comes for whatever the emergency is. Whatever the emergency is, you could be broken down on the highway.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Think about proficiency and when you're working in all kinds of jobs, they always do proficiency and skills tests to ensure that you still have the ability to do what you were hired to do.
Yeah.
Or if something new comes out, they say, okay, it's a new method, it's a new equipment, or some new information, and then you have to go back and get retrained. And think of the same thing in your prepping and your survival. Yeah, you might be good at shooting, but you still need to get out there on the range. Or yeah, you may know how to make ammo, but you haven't done it in a year. You know, you need to get out there and say, okay, every 3 months, every 6 months, I'm going to make 100 rounds.
My favorite is the guy that makes his own ammo and never test fires any of that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You might be doing it wrong and never knew.
Yeah. So, I mean, just because you know how to do something, you knew how to do it 10 years ago,
Yeah.
do you still know how?
Yeah.
So.
Practice.
Yeah.
It's
And
like
know how to do it manually. I
Yes.
call it manual because you're not using any equipment. So try to learn how to do things manually without equipment.
Yeah, we rely way too much on technology, and if that technology is not available, most people will not know what to do. Most people can't open a can. We talked about that
Oh, God, yeah.
about a week ago. Yeah, can't operate a manual can opener, even the winding kind. You know what? They need kitchen mama.
Don't even start me on that mess.
She hates that commercial. Kitchen mama, make your life easier by not opening your own can.
Yeah.
Anyways, thoughts? Hey guys, feel free to chime in, post your thoughts in the comment section down below. Please do give the video a thumbs up if you got something out of it. We hope that you did. Just want to get people thinking. That's all it is. That's all we can ask for. Just think about it. Maybe it'll help, maybe it won't. Share it if you can. Probably the only way it'll get seen, because ScrewTube hates this channel. Subscribe if you're new, all that good stuff. Check out some of the other videos. If you're curious about the random cat images, if you're new, it's strays that we help out, and those are my own photographs, and it actually helps with the loading algorithm on this channel, believe it or not. A tip given to me from one of the viewers. If you wanted to help the channel out, or the cats. I think the majority of times people send something to the channel, it's for cat food.
Yeah, and we do buy cat food.
Yeah, plenty of it, and dog food occasionally. There are links for that down below. Every little bit helps, and we sure do appreciate it. And if that's it, then what more can I say but stay frosty, folks, and thanks for watching.